everyone, welcome to another chat breakdown here. Today I'm going to be starting my chat breakdown on the daily time frame, and I would like you guys to focus on everything I'm going to be saying in this video, starting from the beginning right up to the end of the video. Okay, looking at the daily time frame, guys, I can clearly first look at the left. If you can clearly first look at the left hand side, you can see that price was in the bearish trend, and after breaking and making a true market structure shift, the market now went into an expansion swing and actually created our zenith range. Okay, looking at the internal structure, right, the market is making lower lows and lower highs and above the premium region, and below the discount, and around the discount key levels, right, price is actually testing a bearish fair value gap on the downside, and while testing the bearish fair value gap, price is actually in the range. Okay, based on the internal structure, right, price is making a lower low, lower high, right, and when you have an expansion, breaking lows like we saw here, you got a BOS. We should expect two possible things, that is a range profile or a retracement profile. So looking at the range we are currently looking at, we can clearly see that we have this fair value gap where prices are currently tapping at. Let me use tools for you to see. Okay, we got this fair value gap which is at discount, and price is actually tapping into that fair value gap, and we also got this we got this key. You can also call it a key level, right? Okay, with that said, I'm going to be explaining some few things to you guys. We already know price is tapping on the bearish fair value gap. Okay, now our job is to look for a valid key level. I always say this: the strongest key levels are those that are found on the daily, the weekly, and the 4 hour. Okay, looking at this, right, I always say that a key level should actually generate liquidity, or it has to feel liquidity, have to sweep liquidity. Okay, you can clearly see that this bearish candle actually took out liquidity, and when the market generates liquidity, our job is to actually use that candle as a source, right, a source of liquidity, right? Okay, you can call this a terror soup, right? The market took liquidity below the previous candle, right? Okay, and then the candle that took liquidity, right, we can currently see that it has more wicks more than the body, and when the candle has more wicks more than the body, I consider calling this a rejection block, right, and that rejection block is gonna act as our key level as well. Okay, with that said, we can just level it down, put that key level, right? Okay, then the reason why they call that as our rejection block is because the market actually engulfed that candle, right? It engulfed that candle with a bullish candle. When the market engulfed the candle that swept liquidity, we can consider it as our order block. Okay, looking at the current day, today is Friday, and I'm trying to generate a signal, and I always say this: my analysis are mostly live. So if you are actually following me, look at what I'm doing, because you will use the same thing to do your own analysis. Okay, looking at this, I can clearly see my CRT formation on the daily time frame forming. You can see that this previous bearish candle, right, it swept liquid, it acted as our CRT low, right, and then we can actually also see that based on the second candle, it manipulated the low of the first candle, and the first candle is a bearish candle. I always want to see a bearish candle whenever I'm probably looking for a bullish CRT. The first candle is always bearish, so take note of that. Write that on your notepads or your notebook. So looking at this high, right, price actually never took it. I can actually call that my CRT high, right? Looking at that, I call that my CRT high. Okay, looking at this, I will label it my candle range low, right, and this my candle range high. Okay, with that said, I'm currently looking for a key level in order to position myself now. I got all these details right now, and my job now is for me to position myself, let's say on a 4 hour time frame, or on the 1 hour time frame. So I want to first generate a key level for me to use on the lower time frame. Okay, I'll just go meet with the 4 hour time frame first, because I want to currently see if I got a key level, right. Okay, on the 4 hour time frame, I got the bearish key level, right. I have the a bullish key level, which is called a fair value gap, right. Okay, this fair value gap actually is actually generated liquidity below the left hand side, and was actually manipulating the previous range. You guys can see, right. And now the fact that market tap into this bearish 4 hour fair value gap, I'm going to use this 4 hour fair value gap as my key level to position myself on the daily time frame. I want to have a formation of a model number one on the daily time frame. Once my model number one is being confirmed, I'm positioning myself at a key time. So time and price is very, very important. I never do anything putting time aside. I always make sure I'm take all my trades following time, right. Okay, looking at this, you can you can clearly see that price swap liquidity. Let me put it black back. Swap liquidity, and then price now makes a model number one, right. Can say total surprise it. That's okay. And then the moment price actually engulf the candle, that swap the liquidity. Like you can see here, the market engulf the candle, the bearish down close candle, that swap liquidity on the left hand side. It's now gonna act as a key level, right. I hope you guys are noting down, because these videos are just breakdown videos in which you can use on your advantage. Market engulf that candle, and the candle is now gonna act as a model number one, right. Model number one, once it's getting engulfed, right. Okay, right now I'm looking at that market should start buying after coming into this candle at a key time. I don't take time less in my analysis. Okay, looking at the time, it is actually 7 a.m. So right now I'm kind of just waiting for the 2 m candle to form. So once the 2 m candle, all right, once the 2 m candle is forming, I'm gonna now position myself the first hour of the 2 m candle. Sorry, the first hour of the 9 a.m candle to 7 a.m. Right. So we are still dancing around here, but some people might already start buying. That's their problem. Me, I don't actually chase the cloud. I do my own stuffs, following my own plan. So right now, my job is for just wait for the 2 m candle to form. I also got some pretty cool news that are gonna be released too as well. Once I got them, once they are released, they're also gonna guide me as well for me to position myself. You get okay. Looking at the news, you can kind of understand something too as well. Looking at the news, wait for the chart to load, taking your trading to the next level, right. Don't take news for granted. News is very, very important. Okay, looking at the news, you can kind of see that the last previous news actually was a bearish news, right, and it makes EU to be bearish, right? Regardless the fact that, because we got some pretty bullish news as well before the bearish news, and the 10 a.m. news, the last 10 a.m. news got no impact, but the fact that the previous blue green news got released, it caused the push, right? Right now, around 1 a.m. like crazy till 13 o'clock, a news is gonna be released, and that news also gonna affect EU. The last news for today is 1:30 news, and you can learn something from here. I only focus on high impact news. I'm a CRT trader, and I focus on EU and the US news, since I trade the two pairs. So that is it. Once the 1:30 news gets released, I'm gonna use now that details in order to think of trading or not. I already got my confirmation set, so that is it. That is it, guys. If you comment, subscribe, anything, comment on the comment section, so I can always use that as a reason to make new videos. because the fact that you guys are looking at these videos is for you guys to actually have ideas in which you can apply on your own trading and become profitable. That's the goal, guys. I trade life with all of you guys. I'm not trying to complicate the stuff. I make it super easy, guys. So if you enjoy the video, share the video, comment, subscribe so that you'll be the first to watch the videos. Okay, guys, I love you guys. Peace out.